Morning all, we're looking at shapes today. Calculate the volume and surface area of a cone. So if you want to make some notes, get your headings, keywords down, and write starter. We'll move on to the starter then. So hit pause, make some notes. When you're ready, hit play again. Okay. Here's your starter. Hit pause, attempt all 3 questions. When you're ready, hit play again and we'll go through the questions. Right. Show that 0.4 recurring is rational. So as normal, we say let x equal 0.4. And so if we multiply by 10, we get 10x is equal to 4.444 recurring. Call this one equation 1 and this one equation 2. So to get rid of the recurrence, I'm going to subtract. So we'll subtract 1 from 2. That's going to give us 9x, which is equal to 4. And so x is going to be equal to 4 over 9, which is a fraction, so rational. Square root of 48. So we're looking for any square numbers that go into 48. 4 goes, but more than that, 16 goes. So this could be the square root of 16 times the square root of 3. Now I know the square root of 16 is 4, so that leaves me with 4 root 3. On the last one, I've got to multiply everything outside the brackets by everything inside the brackets. So root 2 times root 3 gives me root 6. And root 2 times root 2 gives me 2. So what I want you to do is rag these 3 starters, and when you're ready, hit play again, and we'll move on to cones. Okay, so this is something we've looked at before, volume of cones. So the volume of a cone is given by, and there's our cone, circular base, a third of the base area times the perpendicular height. Now the base is a circle, so the area of a circle is pi r squared, so it's a third of pi r squared times the height. And onward. So we've looked at these before, so what I want you to do is, using the volume formula, calculate the volume for me. Now we're going to go through the first one together because I want to show you what I want you to write. You don't have to sketch these. So what are we going to put down? Always write the formula. So our formula is given by V equals 1/3 pi r squared h, which is a third times pi times the radius, which is 6 squared, times the perpendicular height, which is 15. And we can plug that into our calculator. That'll give us, well, before we plug it into our calculators, we can actually work out a few of the numbers before we do that. So that's a third times pi times 6 times 6 times 15. 3 goes here 1, 3 goes into 6 2 times. Now 2 times 15 is 30, and 30 times 6 180, so we've got 180 pi, which is equal to, and now we can use our calculator, and that gives us 565.49. So let's just write that back there, 565.49, and then our units then is volume, so it's going to be centimeters cubed. So write that down for number 1, and then I want you to have a go on question 2. No need to draw the diagram, just have a go. Okay, off you go. Hit pause when you're ready, hit play again. So on question 2 we do exactly the same thing. We write the formula. Always write the formula because this helps us remember. 1/3 pi r squared h, the volume of a cone, which is equal to 1/3 times pi times the radius. Now, they've given us a diameter at 6.2, so the radius is going to be half of that, which is 3.1 squared times the perpendicular height, which is 4.8. This time we're just going to plug it into the calculator because we don't have such nice numbers. And that gives us, you should be getting 48.31. 48.31 centimeters cubed. Hit pause, write that down, and when you're ready, hit play again, and we've got 2 questions for you. Right then, hit 2 questions, quick as you can, hit pause, have a go. Remember, write the formula first, simple exercise, and then work out the volume. Okay, so on this one, on the first one, we write our formula, V equals 1/3 pi r squared h. The radius, half of the diameter, which is 5, and the perpendicular height is 19. So 1/3 times pi times 5 squared times 19. And when you plug it into your calculator, you should have got 497.4 to 1 decimal place. And on question 2, they've given us the radius, which makes it a little bit easier. So 1/3 times pi times 4.2 squared times 7.3 gives us 134.8 centimeters cubed to 1 decimal place. Okay, for these 2 questions, what I want you to do is, on question 3, you're going to work out the height for me, and then on question 4, you're going to work out the radius. Okay, how do you work out the height on question 3? Well, always important. First thing, write the formula. So, our formula tells us that V is equal to 1/3 pi r squared h. And now we fit in there what we know. We know the volume, 565.5, so let's write that in, is equal to 1/3 times pi times the radius, which we know is 6, and then times h. Okay, so 565.5 is equal to, let's work these out, 1/3 times pi times 6. So if we put that in our calculator, we have 2 pi. So that's 2 pi times h. So 2 pi h. That means to get h on its own, what we're going to do is we're going to divide 565.5 by 2 pi. So the 2h is times on this side, becomes divide on that side. So 565.5 divided by 2 pi is equal to h. Doesn't matter which side the h is on. And now, working out on a calculator, that means h is equal to 90 centimeters. So what I want you to do is, on the second one, work out what R is, knowing the volume and the perpendicular height. Okay? So hit pause and have a go. When you're ready, hit play again and we'll go through it together. Right, let's go through it together. V equals 1/3 pi r squared h. We're looking for R. So the volume, we'll put in what we know. 48.3 is equal to 1/3 times pi times r squared times h, which is 4.8. So 48.3 is equal to 1/3 times pi times 4.8. 3 goes into 4.8 1.6 times, so that leaves us with 1.6 pi r squared. So to get the r squared on its own, we're going to divide the 48.3 by 1.6 pi divided by 1.6 pi, which is equal to r squared. Note that it's r squared. So let's work that out in our calculator. 48.3 divided by 1.6 pi. So I get r squared equals 9.61. So I can write here r squared is equal to 9.61. And now I need to get r on its own. R is going to be the square root of 9.61. It's going to be equal to the square root of the answer, 3.0998, which is going to approximate, so we've got 3.0998, which is approximately equal to 3.1. Units are centimeters again. Okay, good. So if you have to make any corrections, do so now. And when you're ready, hit play again and we'll move on. Okay, so we're going to try and find the curved surface area of a cone. So there's our cone. We want to find the curved surface area of this cone. So we need the curved surface area and the area of the base. Now the area of a base is given by pi r squared. Yep, because it's a circle. We're going to need some dimensions here. So this slope here, the slope height is L, and we need the radius of the circle, which is R. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open up this cone as a net. So if we cut along one of the slopes here and open it out, we get this sector. Now this length here of this sector is L, and this length here is part of a circle. Now it's this circle here that we've opened up, and we know that the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, so that's going to be 2 pi r. In order to find the area of the sector, which we've done before, we need to find, this is part of a much larger circle. Okay, so in order to find that, we need the circumference of the larger circle, which is normally 2 pi r, but the radius is L, so that's 2 pi L. And we're going to divide it, sorry, the numerator is the sector that we got, 2 pi r. So we've got 2 pi r there, times the area of the whole circle, pi r squared, or pi, in this case, is L, isn't it? L squared. So we've got some things we can cancel. I'll just change the color of my pen. I'm going to use a blue one here. I can cancel the 2 pi with the 2 pi there. And I can cancel this L here with one of the L's there. Okay? So that means that our area is given by pi RL. And that's the area of the curved surface of the sector. Now don't forget that there's the base to consider as well. So the total surface area is equal to pi RL plus the base. okay, pi r squared. And that's the formula that we use for the total surface area. Sometimes you'll be asked to find just a curved surface, okay, and sometimes you need to find the curved surface and the base. Right, you need to hit pause, make some notes. If you're good at sketching, then sketch a cone. If you're bad at sketching, I'm afraid you're still going to have to sketch it. Okay, and when you're ready, hit play again and we'll move on. Okay, so we've got a couple of questions. We've got to find the surface areas of the cones. So we've got here. So we've got our formula, which we're aware of. Total surface area is equal to pi RL plus pi r squared. So if we just, all we have to do is substitute. We got pi times the radius of 6 times the slope length, which is 15 in this case, plus pi times the radius squared, 6 squared. Now that gives us then, what's 6 times 15? So that's 90. So we've got 90 pi plus 36 pi, which gives us 126 pi, which you can work out on your calculators, and that gives us, well, we should have 1243.57. Whoops. And our units are centimeters, so we've got centimeters squared. What I want you to do is hit pause and write this example down. When you're ready to move on, hit play again. Indeed, I think you can tackle the next question. Okay. So hit pause when you're ready, hit play again. Right, for this question, again, we write the formula down. Always write the formula down. Because that will help us remember. Pi RL plus pi r squared, which is equal to pi times the radius, in this case 3.1, times the slope length, 4.8, plus pi times the radius squared. So that's 3.1 squared. This time, we haven't got such nice numbers, so plug them straight into your calculator, and that should give us, we should have 76.94, I believe. Whoops. And the units are centimeters squared. Okay. Hit pause, make some notes on those examples, and when you're ready, I've got a couple of questions for you. Right, 2 questions. Attempt them. Always remember, write the formula first. So hit pause, have a go. When you're ready to check, hit play again. Okay, so question 1, we've got a slope length of 19 and a radius of 7. So if we write our formula, total surface area, pi RL, plus pi r squared, and now you should have pi times 7 times 19, plus pi times 7 squared. And when we work it out, you should get 571.77 centimeters squared. And on question 2, slope length 7.3 and radius 5.1. So again, write the formula first, plug in our numbers or substitute our numbers in, and you should have got 204.20 centimeters squared to 2 decimal places. Okay, good. So that's enough note taking. I've got some questions for you. Okay, and it's just these 7 questions. So these are also attached to the assignment. So you can hit pause and have a go on here, or you can click on the assignment. Okay. Good luck.